I'm a celebrity sidekick. After deciding to leave the entertainment industry, I started to act out. I reviewed the movie King, left short comments for the top star, and critiqued the idol. My fans went wild, begging me not to leave and to keep spilling the tea, but my family business was waiting for me to inherit it. There are thousands of finished stories, and little sweet potato accounts for half of them. If you follow me, you can see me post 10 finished works a day. Little sweet potato reminds you, I'm about to spill. Serena, my dear, what nonsense are you spewing in that interview again? Didn't I give you the script? Are you trying to kill me? My agent, Colleen's voice was like a demonic chant. Luckily, I was prepared and held my phone far from my ear. After Colleen finished her rant, I brought the earpiece closer. What kind of interview did you set up for me? They're asking brain-dead questions. Is Stella Knight really that aloof in private? I've seen her pick her nose multiple times. How am I supposed to praise her? Besides, I didn't say anything bad. I just said she might be more authentic in private. Colleen on the other end of the phone sounded like she had a massive headache. My dear, do you not realize how terrible your acting is? Your expression was so unnatural. It screamed guilty. You're already riddled with scandals. And now this interview has been overinterpreted by the media. Just wait. I'll handle the public opinion. Before I could say anything, she hung up. I pouted and instinctively opened Twitter. What's the big deal about getting flamed? I'm practically used to it. I debuted at the peak of my career. With my face, I was hailed as the Jade Maiden spokesperson. Unfortunately, I couldn't learn the tricks of the entertainment industry. I fell into every trap. In a month, my reputation plummeted from heaven to hell. Green tea celebrity, accidental celebrity, and White Lotus celebrity titles were firmly attached to me. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I disdained the backstabbing. I entered the entertainment industry for 2 reasons. First, many handsome guys. Second, to escape my dad's idea of me inheriting the family business at a young age. Seriously, I was only 23 then. I didn't want to spend my days dealing with a bunch of old men and their schemes. However, I didn't expect the backlash this time to be so fierce. My latest tweet was an event photo from yesterday. Originally, it was filled with praises from fans, which was normal. But now, it was completely overrun with vile comments. Top comment: shameless, aren't you? You can add another title, passive-aggressive celebrity. Second top comment: what kind of nobody is this, daring to be passive-aggressive towards Stella? Third top comment: Serena, get out of the entertainment industry. Just stick to serving your sugar daddy. Don't bother anyone. I admit that my dad did invest in several of my shows, but to accuse me of having a sugar daddy and making vulgar remarks without proof, I wouldn't stand for that. I typed furiously, serving your mom? You say it like it's a fact. Did you see it with your own eyes? Soon, I understood why I was being attacked so fiercely this time. First, Stella Knight was a top female celebrity who had just exploded with a new show. Additionally, after my interview, a scandalous video of her was leaked. I suspected I was taking the fall for her rivals, but it didn't matter. I was leaving the industry. Coincidentally, a few days ago, after another flop, my dad, seeing I was a lost cause, urged me to go home. I'm turning 25. 2 years in entertainment was enough. Why bother staying and getting flamed? I sent a message to Colleen. Don't bother. Let them curse. I'm quitting. After sending it, I returned to Twitter, ignoring the 999 plus notifications, and edited my post. I'm out. Quitting. Bye-bye. Even though they cursed me terribly, I decided to repay their negativity with kindness. After all, I'd slept with so many handsome guys in the entertainment industry. It was time to give back a little. I casually opened my following list and found the movie King, Jasper Stone. I clicked on his selfie and commented, fast. His speed was unforgettable. Next was this year's top star, Tyler Zane. I commented, short. Back then, I thought he was playing hard to get, but who knew that was his actual size? Then there was this year's newly debuted idol, Jackson Hayes. There's not much to say about him. His little 1 inch was barely larger than a pine nut. To give you an idea, it was like a big tree with a tiny chili pepper. As soon as I posted, Colleen's frantic calls started. Seeing I wasn't picking up, she began bombarding my WhatsApp. What are you doing? Are you crazy? Serena? Stop it. Colleen exploded. The fans exploded too. I ignored her. After saying all that, I felt incredibly refreshed. These 3 were the worst men in the entertainment industry. They gave me an extremely terrible experience. I almost lost all worldly desires. Luckily, other handsome guys soothed my wounded heart. These guys are among the best male celebrities in the entertainment industry. Any one of them is a heartthrob. I didn't expect them to be so outwardly strong but inwardly weak. Watching their daily body-flaunting acts almost suffocated me. Since they were all in the same circle, Colleen wouldn't let me talk about it. Now that I'm quitting, I don't have to worry about it anymore. Of course, I'll do whatever feels good. Actually, it's not like I deliberately want to ruin their reputation. The three I mentioned aren't good people. When we were, they spoke sweeter words than any song, but when it came down to business, it was always "I'm a bit tired today, not in the right state," or "I owe you one, next time for sure." They were incompetent but wouldn't let me say anything. They even turned against me and warned me not to speak out, threatening to blacklist me. How ridiculous, as if I'd be scared. Though I might be a rotten stick in the mud, I know how to throw my weight around. Starfish Entertainment, the biggest entertainment company, is under my family's ownership. Who's blacklisting whom is still up for debate. If Colleen hadn't stopped me, I would have sent each of them a banner saying, "Fast, short, small trio." Colleen seemed to realize I wasn't going to answer her. She stopped sending messages. I could only think of these three memorable people for now, so I didn't comment further. Instead, I opened the comments section of my quitting tweet, curious to see what insults those masterminds were throwing at me. I expected to be torn to shreds by the fanatical followers of those three, but to my surprise, the top few comments weren't insults. "OMG, is this for real? Serena, you dared to expose all three of them? Aren't you afraid of a cease and desist letter? I bet it's true. Jasper Stone's fingers are short and stubby, they don't look big." This comment sparked a heated discussion. Someone replied, "Exactly, and Tyler Zane, I can read faces a bit. His original nose is a bit flat, which usually means he's not good there either. What about that idol? Any insights? I heard that guys over 6 feet are generally not that good, but it's not always accurate." Unexpectedly, many people came forward to confirm. "Thanks, very accurate. Personally verified. My 6-foot boyfriend is really not as good as my ex-boyfriend who was 5 feet 10 inches. These comments were one thing, but then a genuine one mixed in. A user named Big Tree with Tiny Chili passionately typed, "Thanks for the invite. I've slept with Jackson Hayes. I can confirm what Serena said is true. He's really not good. I didn't even feel anything the first time he entered." Below this, a spectacular string of question marks appeared. I was highly amused. Of course, some were still cursing me. Besides these top comments, all the others were along the lines of, "Speechless, this sister is at it again with her crazy antics. LOL, not enough nicknames, huh? Passive-aggressive sister is just trying to gain attention by slandering others. May your son be born without an anus." Seeing that last one, I couldn't help myself. I quickly replied, "Thanks, but I won't be having children. It'd be a tragedy if I gave birth to you." I was too lazy to scroll through the rest of the comments. A quick glance showed, no exaggeration, that my entire family tree had been cursed out. As I was reading, my phone rang again. I thought it was Colleen, but it was a number I'd saved as Mr. 1 Minute Man. It was one of the male leads. This was the movie king Jasper Stone's number. I specifically saved it under that name. I mercilessly hung up, but he immediately called again. Annoyed, I blocked him. I finally had 2 minutes of peace, but then my phone started getting bombarded with unknown numbers. I couldn't block them all. Without a doubt, this was Jasper Stone's doing. Impatiently, I answered, "What do you want, Mr. 1 Minute Man?" There was a second of silence on the other end. Then an enraged male voice thundered, "Serena, what in the world do you want?" I innocently replied, "I'm exposing your true colors. You're cheating on countless people, and I haven't even mentioned it yet. What me? Are you going to threaten to blacklist me again? Do you think I'm scared of you? Go ahead." With that, I hung up and switched to airplane mode. Now, no calls could come through. I reopened Twitter. The trending topics had exploded. Serena's crazy expose, movie king, top star, idol. The three names beneath each had a bomb emoji next to them. Only then did I feel a slight pang of guilt. It seemed I'd gone a bit too far. Were my words really that credible? Saying they were no good could directly damage their careers. And all three were artists from Starfish Entertainment. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. A message popped up on WhatsApp. "You brat, what have you been doing in the entertainment industry? Call me back immediately. I knew it was my dad. I couldn't afford to mess with him. If I really angered him, he might just whip me with his belt. I quickly turned off airplane mode and called him. As soon as he picked up, his booming voice filled the air. Serena, you said you were going to make a name for yourself in the entertainment industry. Is this how you do it? Seeing the situation was grim, I quickly acted cute and whined. I was just about to tell you, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm planning to quit. Isn't this exactly what you wanted? Don't be angry. I thought he'd be satisfied if I just gave in a little, but his anger didn't subside. Look at what you're saying. What are those comments about? Have you really been intimate with all of them? How can you, a girl, be so careless with your reputation? I paused, then retorted unwillingly. I don't think anything's wrong with my reputation. Why is it called chivalrous when men are promiscuous, but indecent when women are? We were all willing. I didn't force them. What do I have to worry about? Besides, those three aren't good people. I'm just doing a public service. What? Tell me in detail. So, I meticulously recounted how the three of them had been two-timing, sleeping with fans, and engaging in prostitution with married women. I originally just didn't want my dad to hit me, but I didn't expect his reaction to be so extreme. What? They dared to treat you like that? I'll tell Starfish Entertainment not to do any PR for them. And you, get your butt back home right away. I obediently agreed, silently swallowing the words I was just messing around with them too. After hanging up, I put my phone back on airplane mode. Then I saw 3 screenshots my best friend sent me. My best friend, Hannah Green, is also in the entertainment industry and has a much higher status than me, but she's even more of a party animal than I am. At first, she even introduced me to male celebrities. I tapped on her voice message. You're trending. Those 3 colleagues sent you cease and desist letters. They hired trolls to attack you. You're now at the top of the trending list. I opened her screenshots. Sure enough, besides the cease and desist letters, the 3 of them had also unanimously accused me of spreading rumors and defamation. Furthermore, the public opinion on Twitter had reversed. Trending topics included Serena's promiscuous private life, Serena's slander, Serena receives cease and desist letter, and so on. Clicking on the top comments, it was clear they were all troll accounts controlling the narrative and guiding fans' comments. I scoffed and went to TikTok, opening a live stream. Come in, let's talk. My account was verified, so as soon as I started streaming, a flood of viewers poured in. In 10 minutes, the number skyrocketed to 100,000. I casually leaned my phone against a water glass, propping myself up to brush back my messy hair. All right. Anyone with questions, come on in. I can't hold back anymore either. A comment popped up, setting aside whether what you said is true or false. Having been intimate with so many men shows a chaotic private life. I raised an eyebrow and replied, sorry, can't set it aside. Besides, sleeping with 3 men makes a private life chaotic? Please, the Qing dynasty ended long ago. Your idols secretly slept with 30, didn't they? Wouldn't that be much more chaotic than mine? Comment, LOL. She's really rude, but I'm enjoying this so much. Our idol has already sent a cease and desist letter. Keep spreading rumors. I chuckled. Little sister, as everyone knows, a cease and desist letter means it's true. Otherwise, they would have called the police and arrested me for defamation already. Comment, ha. This is hilarious. The entertainment industry is doomed. I heard you have a sugar daddy. Is that true? I was very frank. Yeah, it is. Otherwise, with my terrible acting skills, how would I get so many scripts to choose from? Comment, LOL ha. Why is she so honest? Seriously, this sister is kind of funny. What's going on? You said you were quitting. Is that true? Of course, it's true. I polluted your eyes for so many years. I'm really sorry. I've had enough fun in the entertainment industry. I'm giving the film industry a clean slate. My original intention was to feud with trolls and haters, but the conversation gradually took a bizarre turn. A viewer requested to connect. I hesitated for a moment, then accepted. A guy appeared. He said, hello, since you're quitting, can you help me get an autograph from Hannah Green? Thank you. He was very polite. And since Hannah Green was my best friend, I agreed. Message me after the stream. To my surprise, from that point on, the live stream's direction completely went off the rails. Second viewer, excuse me, is it true that the veteran actor couple, in their 50s, are still madly in love and do it every day? My smile froze. Dude, that's not an appropriate question, is it? How would I know? Next up, the third viewer. Sister, does Stella Knight really pick her nose a lot in private? I heard a friend in the industry say it once. My smile completely cracked. This friend definitely wasn't me. I don't know. Stella never bothered me, so I can't say anything to ruin her private image. That would be unethical, wouldn't it? Sorry, I'm not streaming anymore. Bye-bye. Can't I just run if I can't handle it? These fans are crazy. Unfortunately, I hadn't even closed the live stream yet when Colleen's messages started popping up frantically on the screen. Don't go offline. Keep going. Public opinion is turning. Keep going. I feel like you're about to be cleared. Excuse me? When was I ever dirty? But Colleen was adamant. Keep streaming, or I'll kill myself. In these past 2 years, I haven't asked you for anything. Today, I'm begging you. You owe me this. My hair is falling out from worrying about you. She seemed to be in a very unstable mental state. I suddenly felt a pang of guilt. I had indeed caused her a lot of trouble these past 2 years. Maybe I should just tough it out a little longer. At that moment, another viewer requested to connect. I gave up and thought, bring it on, I can take it. But to my surprise, this person was completely normal. Unlike the mentally unstable young people of today, he said, Sister Serena, I want to confide in you about a relationship story. There was a hint of a sob in his voice. I instantly perked up. Tell me, as long as you don't ask me those bizarre questions, she said. I'm 30 this year and have been married for 5 years. I was my husband's rightful wife and should have lived happily ever after with him. But one day, a woman appeared and shattered our beautiful life. She plotted against me, and in the end, I suffered a terrible fate. As she spoke, the woman on the other end choked up even more. I perked up, indignantly saying, that kind of scumbag will change as soon as he sees a mistress. Who knew the woman would interrupt me? Wait, I'm not finished yet. Do you want to know what happened next? I felt a bit awkward. I want to know. Tell me. To find out what happened next, please top up 30 cents daily and become a distinguished premium member to view the full story. With that, the person on the other end burst into suppressed laughter. I emotionlessly disconnected the call. I was numb, truly numb. If you guys play me again, I'm going offline. The comments section was filled with messages like, no more pranks, no more pranks, don't go offline. I secretly felt pleased. I didn't expect to be so popular. I cleared my throat. Let's see what the next viewer who wants to connect has to say. It was still a girl who came on. Hello, Sister Serena. I'm here to talk about something regarding my family of origin. I'd like to ask for some help in the live stream. I nodded. You better be serious. Here's the thing. I was originally the eldest daughter of a publicly listed group, but I found out I was swapped at birth. My birth mother dotes endlessly on her biological daughter, and even my usually affectionate brother gives me the cold shoulder, and the sister they call gentle and generous constantly schemes against me. I felt a little tired. Go on. What do you want to play? How about you send me $50, and I'll listen to your revenge plan. Goodbye. With that, I swiftly ended the broadcast. Even if Colleen sliced herself open in front of me today, I wouldn't continue this live stream. Colleen was sending me messages again. I replied, perfect. Let's die together then. Colleen went silent. I rubbed my hair and slumped onto the sofa. Why was this entertainment industry different from what I remembered? After playing dead for half a day, a notification sound woke me up again. I turned off airplane mode. Colleen, if you annoy me one more time, I'll die right now. Colleen was silent for a moment, then yelled even louder. You didn't tell me you also slept with Mr. Shepard? My mind instantly cleared. Who did you say? Mr. Shepard? My boss, a high-ranking executive at Starfish Entertainment? My entire being snapped awake, my thoughts clearer than ever. How did you know? Colleen's voice grew even louder. Go see for yourself on Twitter. With that, she hung up. With a headache, I opened Twitter. As I waited, my mind raced. No way. I didn't provoke him. How did this get out? Colleen hadn't even told me where to look on Twitter, but as soon as it opened, I had a sudden epiphany and went directly to the tweet where I announced I was quitting. When I saw the shining Emperor badge and the familiar profile picture on the top comment, my vision went black. Shepard, why didn't you comment? Did you not feel it last time? Do you need another try? The post showed it was published 5 minutes ago. In just 5 minutes, this comment had tens of thousands of replies. I finally understood the fast, short, small trio now. I wanted to send a cease and desist letter too. Help, but the problem was, what he said was true. I really had slept with him. When I tried to go back, the entire Twitter page froze. After a while, it even went completely black. I tossed my phone aside, covering my face in despair. Wow, even Twitter crashed this time. Of course, I don't have that much influence. It was Shepard. The last time Twitter crashed was 2 years ago, when Shepard announced he was leaving the industry to work behind the scenes. It was just like today. A few minutes after his tweet, tens of thousands of comments crashed Twitter. Back then, Shepard was a triple-threat superstar in film, television, and music, with countless accolades. The movie king, top star, and idol I exposed were nothing compared to him. Unfortunately, after winning all major awards at 30, he announced his retirement, leading to countless regrets. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. With Shepard pulling this stunt today, the Twitter engineers must hate him. Before I could even play dead, a call came in. I looked at the number, which was saved as husband, and almost died of fright. I closed my eyes, thinking, death comes eventually, so sooner or later doesn't matter. Just as I was about to answer, my hand slipped, and I hung up. Shepard didn't call back immediately. I breathed a sigh of relief. Let's die later. Just then, my phone rang again. In just one day, I was practically developing PTSD from the phone ringing. I tremblingly picked up my phone. Luckily, it was Colleen. When I answered, Colleen's voice trembled slightly. What did you do to Mr. Shepard? He said he's going to withhold my year-end bonus. I numbly replied, I slept with him. Colleen's voice became even more indignant. I don't care. If I lose my year-end bonus, you have to make it up to me. I have old parents and young children. With a headache, I hung up and dialed Shepard's number. Why aren't you hanging up on me now? Shepard's deeply magnetic voice resonated in my ear. I shivered, feeling a bit awkward. It was a slip of the hand just now. Really? See, I called you right back, didn't I? Colleen has it tough. Please be generous and don't deduct her salary. Shepard let out a meaningful chuckle. Why are you quitting to avoid me? I suddenly felt a bit irked. I'm not one to hold back, so I blurted out. What we did last time was a huge mistake. I don't want to break up your family, but since it's done, I can only try to minimize the damage. There was a moment of silence on the other end. Then Shepard's incredulous voice came through. My family? I closed my eyes, deciding to just give up. I was drunk last time. I might have said something I shouldn't have. Just pretend you didn't hear it. Serena, are you saying you don't understand what I'm saying? Are we not communicating? I couldn't communicate with him anymore. I resorted to my usual tactic, hanging up and playing dead. I thought he might threaten Colleen again, and I was prepared to cover her year-end bonus myself. To my surprise, he remained silent. I breathed a sigh of relief, staring blankly at the ceiling. What happened between Shepard and me was half a year ago. That day, Hannah and I went to a bar popular with celebrities. Unexpectedly, she left me halfway through to find her lover. I was a bit high at the time. When I encountered Shepard, I mistook him for Jackson Hayes, the idol I was dating then. So, I pulled him along to drink. I don't remember what happened afterward. The next day, we woke up in a hotel. When I found that the man lying next to me wasn't Jackson Hayes but Shepard, I was completely stunned. The room was full of scattered clothes, reeking of alcohol, coupled with the soreness in my body. I didn't need to think twice to know what had happened. But Shepard had already secretly married and retired, right? Wouldn't I be interfering in someone else's marriage? I like to have fun, but I have my limits. While Shepard was still deeply asleep, I dragged my sore body, cleaned the room, and almost literally crawled out of the hotel. When I left, he was still sound asleep. At that moment, I was incredibly glad that I had a high tolerance for alcohol and had gotten Shepard drunk. When he woke up alone, he probably wouldn't remember what happened last night. That's how I slipped away. Actually, from that time, I started thinking about quitting the industry. No other reason. I entered the entertainment industry because of Shepard. In college, I was obsessively fascinated by Shepard. As soon as I graduated, I entered the entertainment industry, planning to chase after him at public expense. To my surprise, as soon as I entered, he announced his retirement. I was originally preparing to pack up and quit when I met Jasper Stone, who wasn't yet a movie king. Why do I specifically mention this Mr. 1 Minute Man? Of course, because he looks a bit like Shepard. His eyes are very similar, especially when he smiles. I, for some reason, ended up with him. Even though he was fast, I was still with him for half a year. Then I met Tyler Zane. And I dumped Jasper Stone because Tyler Zane's profile looked even more like Shepard's. Similarly, even though he was short, I was with him for 3 months. Later, I didn't want to leave the entertainment industry because I found that many male celebrities had some similarities with Shepard. Shepard was truly exceptional. Even a slight resemblance to him was enough to secure a place in the fame and fortune of the entertainment industry. I was enjoying myself in the entertainment industry until I accidentally had an intimate encounter with Shepard. Only then did I realize that I was becoming somewhat abnormal. What was I doing? Finding substitutes or collecting men? What truly made me decide to quit was the next day when I unexpectedly encountered Shepard again at Starfish Entertainment. Only then did I learn that after retiring, Shepard had transitioned to behind-the-scenes work and was now a partner and senior executive at Starfish Entertainment. Oh, no. What if I couldn't control myself and went wild again? That would be too terrible. From that day on, to avoid meeting Shepard, I refused every job Colleen arranged for me, which infuriated Colleen. But I never imagined Shepard would remember that night and so boldly question me on my Twitter. Now what? I was already quitting, and now I'd have another nickname, the Mistress Sister. My reputation was ruined. After avoiding it for 2 hours, I secretly logged onto my alternate Twitter account, wanting to see how badly I was being cursed. Shepard was the white moonlight and cinnabar mole of the entertainment industry. If I, a common cabbage, took him, being cursed to shreds would be a blessing from my ancestors. Unexpectedly, as soon as I logged in, the homepage recommended a tweet to me. It was from someone I followed, Shepard. The tweet contained several cease and desist letters and lawsuits against various marketing accounts that had rumored he was secretly married with children. The accompanying text read, "I am single and unmarried. Please stop spreading rumors. I will pursue legal action to protect my rights." Shepard was unmarried. As I stood there stunned, the doorbell suddenly rang. I thought it was Colleen barging in. After all, besides her, my assistant, and Hannah, no one knew I lived here. So, I didn't think much of it and opened the door. Unexpectedly, a very familiar figure stood outside. I greeted him as if my soul had left my body. "Hi, Mr. Shepard, won't you come in? My humble abode." Before I could finish, Shepard had already walked in. I closed my eyes, my heart as dead as ashes. On my living room table, his signed photos and movie DVDs were still displayed. For a while, there was no sound in the living room. Hoping he hadn't seen those things, I turned around. Shepard was leaning over, carefully examining his signed photo. Seeing me look over, he quietly said, "This is my signed photo from the year I debuted. The handwriting is childish. Do you like it? I can sign as many as you want now." I walked over, defeated, and sat on the sofa opposite him. "Mr. Shepard, what exactly did you mean by that tweet? Don't tell me you like me." I was just saying it to tease Shepard. To my surprise, he calmly replied, "Yes, is there a problem?" I froze. He then frowned and continued, "What did you call me?" I numbly replied, "Mr. Shepard, what else would I call you?" Shepard looked at me. "You don't remember me?" He stared at me for a long time, finally confirming that I wasn't lying. "Did you forget that your dad has a good friend, Mr. Shepard, and you have 2 Shepard brothers? I even held you when you were little. We've already slept together. Isn't it a bit awkward to say such heartwarming things?" Shepard mused for a moment. "You're right. Then I'll say something else. I think I've liked you since you were 18, but I'm much older than you, so I never intended to say anything. I had a crush on you. My crush turns out to be me?" Shepard seemed to have opened a floodgate and continued talking nonstop. "Later, you wanted to enter the entertainment industry. Your dad reacted strongly. I happened to want to move behind the scenes, so I joined Starfish Entertainment. Otherwise, why do you think your dad would easily let you enter the entertainment industry?" As he said this, he sighed. "But I underestimated you. Even Starfish Entertainment's top PR team couldn't salvage your reputation." I suddenly remembered something. "So those resources were from you?" Shepard nodded. "Otherwise, who did you think it was? Your dad? He'd be thrilled if you couldn't make it in the entertainment industry, so you'd go back and inherit the family business. How would he give you resources?" "You have a point. So, my secret admirer is actually my sugar daddy?" Shepard suddenly moved to sit opposite me. "After what happened last time, I initially thought you mistook me for Jackson Hayes, since I look a bit like him. Then, you kept avoiding me, which only solidified that idea. It wasn't until you commented on his smallness that I realized you didn't genuinely like him." As he spoke, he suddenly leaned in, propping one hand on the table, closing the distance between us. "I'm not secretly married, and I'm not small. Do you want to consider me?" As he got closer, a faint yet intoxicating aroma filled my nostrils. Just as I remembered, I found that this man had a magical quality, because I liked him so much. He was so close that I suddenly wanted to kiss him. So I did. When I realized what I was doing, my hand was already on the back of his neck, my lips pressed against his. He seemed a little stunned. I quickly let go of him. "It's not that you resemble him. It's that they resemble you." After a moment, Shepard seemed to finally understand what I meant. His eyes held a hint of incredulity. "You mean you were looking for substitutes? And you found so many? Aren't you panicking?" "Panicking?" I said righteously. "If men can find substitutes, why can't women?" Shepard's eyes deepened. "What I mean is, if you have the real thing, there's no need to look for substitutes." I felt guilty. "I thought you were married. Your intelligence really isn't suited for the entertainment industry." "You believe what marketing accounts say?" Shepard said resentfully. "I'm definitely suing those lying marketing accounts." I shrank my neck, trying to minimize my presence. However, our peace didn't last long. Soon, my dad received the news. When his call came in, Shepard glanced at the phone and put it on speaker. "Shepard, you little brat. I told you to look after Serena, and you looked after her right into your bed? You're 7 years older than her. You old cow, eating tender grass. You're ruining my daughter. I'll make sure your dad whips you to death." My dad's voice was still as booming as ever. I gloated, picking at my ear. Shepard, on the other hand, was very calm. "Mr. Smith, please don't be angry. My dad isn't well. He might not be able to use a belt. Why don't you do it yourself?" My dad snorted. "You come over here." I thought they were joking, but Shepard really brought a belt and came home with me. After my dad took the belt, he voluntarily took off his shirt and knelt on the floor with his back to my dad. My dad showed no mercy and whipped him directly with the belt. Shepard let out a muffled groan. This scared me terribly. I rushed forward, snatched the belt, and said, "What are you doing? It's your daughter, this tender grass. Who wants to eat the old cow? If you're going to hit him, hit me too." Shepard shook his head at me. "I promised Mr. Smith I'd take care of you, but I failed. I deserve this." I knew he was referring to me looking for substitutes and having fun in the entertainment industry. My dad snorted, but he didn't continue trying to hit Shepard. "Your dad and I have discussed it. Since you already made the move, let's finalize the wedding. How about the 5th of next month? Any objections?" Shepard and I exchanged glances. Who would dare object? That night, Shepard stayed at my house. In the middle of the night, I secretly snuck into Shepard's room. Half asleep, he pulled me into his arms. I mumbled, "It feels like a dream. This farce needs an ending." The next day, Shepard and I left my parents' house and returned to my place. I logged onto Twitter and posted the screenshots that the fans of the Fast, Short, Small trio had provided me, tagging the New York Times. During my relationships with them, I repeatedly discovered their chaotic private lives. One slept with underage fans, one engaged in prostitution, and one used drugs. They can now be renamed the Prison Tears Trio. I must say, my knack for hitting precisely the wrong spot is something else. As I was editing the text, Shepard was right beside me. When I got to the part about the entertainment industry being a deep, dark place, he suddenly stared at me. I instantly got the hint and added, "Shepard excluded," after the sentence. He then looked satisfied. After posting, I opened the explosive comments section. "What's your relationship with Shepard?" "Sister, you are my only sister. Don't quit. I won't allow it. You're my only source of insider info in the entertainment industry. Expose more. The entertainment industry needs a living lay phone like you. Please, just one more question. Has my idol's image collapsed? Help me get an autograph from Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. How is Shepard in bed? Tell me." After a quick glance, my scalp tingled. I thought for a moment, then looked at Shepard. "Are you controlling the entire entertainment industry?" Shepard glanced at me. "Don't worry, those three will never recover." His voice carried a hint of barely concealed jealousy. I paused. "No, I mean, why don't you blacklist me? These netizens are too hard to deal with." Shepard chuckled softly, leaning closer. His voice carried a subtle, tempting allure. "All right, then from now on, you'll be all mine. Are you scared?" I opened my eyes in surprise. You're so twisted, but I love it. Shepard froze for a moment, then suddenly pushed me onto the sofa. He gritted his teeth and leaned over me. You little temptress.